Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining this session. And I'm Anna. I'm based in Colombia. Very happy to be here. And well, I'll give. We have just a short video that I want to show you, so you know a little bit more about catalyzing Change Week, and then I'll give the word to Kenneth, who is our moderator.
Welcome to Catalyzing Change Week. This year's Catalyzing Change Week is about solutions from the front lines by social innovators.
In 2022, Catalyst 2030 concentrated its efforts on bringing proximate leaders and frontline solutions to the forefront. Collaborations led by members from the Global South produced groundbreaking reports on climate and transforming education, with an emphasis on offering local solutions. We continued our mission to create an enabling environment for social entrepreneurs to flourish by initiating a letter to donors, signed by more than 1,200 social entrepreneurs and innovators. The Catalyst 2030 awards ceremony was spectacular, and the awards themselves welcomed by the private sector, governments, bio multilaterals and donors.
Catalyst 2030 as a movement is disruptive.
One of the best things I think that's come out of Catalyst 2030 so far is incredible collaboration across the ecosystem that just didn't exist before Catalyst came into being.
The thing I love most about Catalyst is that it's an open movement for social entrepreneurs around the world.
I'd encourage anyone who's looking to be more connected with their local communities around social development goals to come along to Catalyzing Change Week.
Welcome to Catalyzing Change Week.
Well, now I'll give the word to Kenneth.
Thank you. Well, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe Jeru is with us on this. Everyone say hello to Jeru, my hero, right? Without her, we wouldn't all be here today.
Kenneth just came. I'm not there all the time, but I just came to support you and say hi.
Thank you so much. And by the way, Chingiz, Erina, Gun, Rafael, Zoe, many of our Kids for SDGs members, Jeru is literally our spiritual leader and the founder of Catalyst 2030. So please unmute yourselves and give her a big round of applause. Okay? Right.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Thank you. And Jeru, I will see you in Geneva in middle of June.
For sure. Definitely.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, I know. Definitely.
All right. I have to stop being a fanboy now, so I have to get back to the summit. Thanks, Jerry, once again. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining System Change Summit, right? And wow, we have a lot of youth members joining us today. So, you know what? Why don't we be a bit more interactive before we play the presentation today? Rafael, why don't you come on screen and say hi to everyone? And hey, why don't you tell everyone the big news you got recently from the UN?
Thank you, Kenneth. Hi, everyone. I'm Rafael. I'm currently a junior and I'm from Indonesia. And I have an initiative. I'm a founder of an NGO called Reformers, where we focus on marine conservation. And regarding the big news that Kenneth just mentioned, I got an invitation to attend the UN World Oceans Day Conference this June in New York. So yeah, really excited for that.
So proud of you, Rafael, right? And I really hope all of you get your own UN invite very soon, sooner or later. Next up, I also see, Zoe, I know you're on, but I also believe you may be in between sessions. So if you can come on, say hi, that's great. If not, please also message the team later. Oh, hey, Zoe.
Hi. So hi everyone. And I'm a founder of one Windows of History organization where we focus on building sustainable cities and helping local implementation of culture. And now I'm a junior in Taiwan. Nice to meet you all.
Right. So remember, you heard just Rafael, he got his UN invite, so hopefully you get yours too this fall. We have plans for you. All right. Oh, yes, that's right. Sorry, my bad. Next up, let's see. Erina, are you there? Can you come on and say hi to everyone?
Hi, I'm Erina, and I'm currently a junior and based in Tokyo. And I co-founded a organization called Empower Generations of Girls in STEM.
Great. So, by the way, we will be hearing from Rafael and Erina's presentation later. We always pre-record everything just in case of Wi-Fi network. Oh, I forgot to also mention, I'm actually calling in from Paris today. I just got to Paris. I'm in the Learning Planet Institute, also a very big supporter of Catalyst 2030 with all its youth members. And next up, I know I love playing games. Gun, I know you're there. Come on, say hi. Welcome to the family.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gun, and I'm a sophomore in Thailand. And I founded an organization. It's called Between the Roots, and it focuses on educating rural kids in Thailand and providing them with an opportunity to learn English. And we're also helping villagers in rural areas live sustainable lives through renewable energy and things like that.
Fantastic, Gun. Thanks for joining us, right? See, we always bring the International Youth Network. Okay, Chingiz, I know you're there too. I'm going to call on you. Can you maybe possibly come on and say hi to everyone?
Okay, what's up, everyone? I'm Chingiz and I'm from Russia. I don't know what to say about myself. So.
You are, well, I know. You'll get there, don't worry, right? You just started your social entrepreneurship journey. But anyways, thank you everyone for joining today. So without further ado, let's get to some of the presentations. And yes, as Ellen says, please drop a LinkedIn so that everyone can connect with everyone. And let's kick it off with the first video. Actually, the first video is from Rafael. So I know Rafael's here, but we'll play the video. And of course, Rafael, if you want to jump in after to say a few words, that would be fantastic as well. Okay. Now, before we jump to videos, though, I have to kind of talk about something quite important, which is the concept of the systems work of social change, right? We talk a lot about systems change, right? How we bring something. As one student of mine said, I am sick and tired of putting Band-Aid on things. I want to cure it from deep down. That's exactly what system change is about. And for those of you who have not read this amazing book by Dr. Francois Bonici and Cynthia, please also get a copy on Amazon. It is a fantastic read, and it really teaches you about everything, a lot about how youth, especially youth, can lead system change. Now, without further ado, let's go to Rafael's presentation.
Hello. First of all, I would like to thank Catalyst 2030 for giving me the opportunity to present at the annual conference, Catalyzing Change Week 2023. My name is Rafael Angouw, and today I'll be presenting about Reformers, an NGO that aims to build new ocean habitats and uplift coastal communities. So first, a little self-intro about myself. I'm the founder of Reformers. I'm a high school junior in Jakarta. Last year, I was a speaker in Indonesia's 5th SDGs annual conference representing youth actions. Last year, Reformers also participated in a Bluepreneur Bootcamp competition for ocean startups, and we won runner-up. Aside from this, I was also a panelist in a crowdfunding event for green startups called You Pledge Hybrid Seminar. Aside from that, I was a guest judge of the GCC Exports in Asia Stockfish competition. So what is the problem that our coral reefs are facing? Well, it's estimated by the year 2050, 90% of our coral reefs are likely to disappear. And this is really crucial because 26% of all carbon dioxide emissions each year are absorbed by our oceans. So what are we bringing to the table? What is Reformers doing to help combat this problem? Well, what we have is coral transplantation and monitoring. So our site called Reformers Reef in North Sulawesi has a total area of 5,000 meters square of ocean floor, but as of now, we have used 280 meters square. And in this 280 meters square, we have 110 artificial reefs that we have constructed, and each reef hosts 16 coral saplings. And so we have a total of 1,760 resilient corals transplanted. So this is our site layout. As you can see here, there are artificial reefs in the form of columns, as well as artificial reefs in the form of rectangles. And next, I'll be playing a video to show our coral transplantation process from beginning to end. So as you can see in the video, we fill our artificial reefs with cement to ensure that underwater, our artificial reefs are strong and durable. Aside from that, we also take our coral saplings from another transplantation project that was developed by the Indonesian Ministry of Fisheries, which is actually one of our partners. And we do this because by taking saplings from another transplantation project is more sustainable than taking wild coral fragments. So our monitoring is a huge part of what we do. It's really, really crucial to ensure that our corals grow healthily. So what we do during our monitoring sessions, first, we collect growth data for each individual coral, which includes height, size, and branching. Second, we document new species and coral recruitment. Third, we collect water quality data. So this is like water temperature, water salinity, pH, and other oceanographic conditions. Fourth, we clean the corals from turf algae. Now, this is really important because turf algae is dangerous for corals that are first transplanted. So we clean these corals from turf algae to ensure that our corals can survive and grow healthily. Next, we replace dead corals, if there are any, with new coral saplings. And lastly, we have our ocean and beach cleanups during our monitoring sessions. So how do we get the public involved? Well, our first program to garner the participation of the public is our coral adoption program. So people can adopt corals based on a yearly subscription. And what they get is first a certificate of adoption that includes the picture of the individual coral, as well as the picture of the diver that transplanted it. They also get a semi-annual report of coral growth data, as well as water quality data. Second is our Eco Dive Trip program, where people can sign up to dive with the Reformers team in 2 diving spots, Bunaken Marine Park and Reformers Reef. And through this Eco Dive Trip program, we're really contributing to ocean sustainability because the people who sign up and dive with us learn from our team about the biodiversity in our area, as well as the real conservation practices. Second, we're getting local communities involved, and we're also ensuring economic benefits for them because we're contributing to the biodiversity and coral health in the area, which is beneficial for them, especially because they depend on the ocean for their livelihoods. So what is our impact? Well, first, we have 90 plus new species of animals and 110 plus new coral species in our site. So these marine species have already made homes in Reformers Reef, which is a significant increase in biodiversity in the area. Second, we have increased 40 plus households income monthly, and this is the households in the coastal communities, so households that depend on the ocean for their livelihoods. Third, we have a 60 to 40 proportion of male to female contributing divers. So we are really big advocates of gender equality. Fourth, we have a 95% success rate. So 95% of our corals on our site survive and grow healthily. Next, we're reducing 1760 wild coral fragment cutting because we are gathering our coral saplings from transplantation projects, not from wild or natural coral ecosystems. And lastly, we're producing at a minimum 8,000 resilient coral saplings. So Reformers is really contributing to the SDGs, specifically number 4, 5, 8, 10, 13, and 14. So first, as I stated before, we are really increasing biodiversity in the area. Specifically, each month we have 5 to 6 new species at least, and this really increases the production of the fishing industry. Second, we're contributing to controlling the Earth's climate because corals are major oxygen producers and major CO2 absorbers. Third, we're increasing the coastal community's income. So these are the fishermen, the diving community, the kiosks / places to eat, boat rental companies, and many more. And they're getting additional income from our activity as we get them involved, as well as help improve the ocean ecosystem. Fourth, we're reviving the tourism industry in Manado, North Sulawesi, because our site is now a new diving spot. So many people are now attracted to dive in Reformers Reef and visit Manado, North Sulawesi. And lastly, we're promoting gender equality, reducing inequality, and increasing youth involvement because we are encouraging women participation. And we also have, education for the youth. For example, through our sister company called Edukasi that releases educational videos about the ocean for the youth to watch and learn from. So how can you support our cause? First, communicate. Be aware of current environmental initiatives. Discuss with your friends, ask questions from peers or experts about ocean or environmental problems. Second, collaborate. Find your role in an initiative, contribute to that initiative. Maybe, adopt a Reformers Coral or sign up for a Reformers Eco Dive Trip. A lot of initiatives like us really need your help to, work towards a cause and contribute positively to the sustainability of the environment or the ocean. And lastly, innovate and implement. If there's a solution to a problem that hasn't been done yet, work towards it, create an initiative, create a project. So I hope that this presentation can inspire you to take action in the field of environmental conservation. On the screen is our Instagram, website, our email, and our phone number. Thank you so much for listening to me. Remember that saving the ocean starts with you. So take action now. Thank you.
Thank you, Rafael. So yeah, come off mic and add a few comments, right? I know it's weird watching yourself on video. I do that all the time, so I'm used to it. But anything to add to our youth here joining us today?
Yeah, so thank you so much for listening to my presentation video. What I want to add is just, visit our Instagram. I'll be dropping the link soon. Adopt a coral. It's really worth it. It'll really help us with our initiative because what we're doing is actually something really long term. So I mentioned how in the presentation that monitoring is a big part of what we do, but for our coral saplings and our artificial reefs, they only need 2 to 3 years of our maintenance. And after that, they can grow independently. So what we're building is something that'll last forever. It's for future generations. So yeah, your donation, your adoption will really be worth it and will guarantee that your coral will be healthy. So yeah, thank you so much.
That's it. Thank you. And anyone, any comments for Rafael, please direct it to him. Now you're all connected. Now, next, we're going to play a video presentation from a student based in California. Felipe cannot join with us today live because of the time difference, but this is his project and it's called Echoletics. So think about the word echoletics, academics and athletics, haha, right? But let's see what Felipe has to say.
Hello, my name is Felipe Blanco and I will be presenting today the Echoletics project. So we're going to start off with my self-introduction and then we're going to move on to the profile. We're going to talk about the problem and the solution and how you guys can support. So for my life journey, I moved to California as a rising junior, and I've always been passionate about sports and STEM. And I've gotten a unique perspective on life from growing up in Thailand with all the different experiences and culture. And I am inspired to make a positive impact on society, and I plan to merge STEM and entrepreneurship to take on global challenges like addressing mental health issues faced by athletes at all levels. And in my time at my current boarding school, I've always struggled with balancing academics and sports. And as a result of this, I aim to create a product or service to help athletes like myself and other students to overcome these mental health challenges and hopefully contribute to the wider community at the end. So for my leadership activities, I'm the founder and director of this project, Athletics, and I am the ambassador of the Better Together Foundation and the forum director of Start Me Up HK Festival. And in terms of sports, in my school, I'm the member of varsity tennis team, also a member of the varsity football team, and I volunteered at the Los Niños trip, which is a yearly trip where we go to Mexicali in Mexico, and we help children. And I am also the team leader for the PWC case competition, and finally I am the member of the youth movement. So for my project profile for Athletics, our mission is to empower student athletes to excel both academically and athletically by providing them with the mentorship, peer support, and resources they need to effectively balance the demands of their sport and their education, and to promote positive mental health and well-being. So for mentorship, we have providing key guidance. Peer support, we have bringing forth knowledge and experience. For resources, we supply quality assets. So for the problem, the challenge of balancing academics and sports can have a significant impact on the mental health of student athletes. For example, the demanding practice schedules, frequent games, and travel commitments often leave little time for studying, doing homework, completing assignments, and taking care of your own mental well-being. As a result, this can be increasing stress, anxiety, and even depression. And as students, athletes struggle to meet the expectations of both their academic and athletic responsibilities, they can fall behind in either their academics or their sports. And this can, as a result, create a constant state of pressure and overwhelm, which can lead to a negative impact on their mental health. So I've created this solution, which is the HEIGHT framework. So for H, we have highlight the signs and possible symptoms, individualize unique concerns of student athletes, know and recognize your intended target, engage teammates who need immediate help, and develop effective and positive coping strategies. So for the SWOT analysis, we have, for my strengths, we've got athletics addresses a critical need for many student athletes in high school level, and it has a potential positive impact on well-being and performance, and it has a great opportunity for growth in an untapped market, and a great collaboration opportunity with coaches, educators, and mental health professionals. For weaknesses, we have a limited awareness and potential stigma around mental health in the athletic community. Also resource-intensive development and implementation. For opportunities, we have a growing demand for mental health solutions for student athletes. We can have partnerships with sports organizations, coaches, and mental health professionals, and customization for different sports, levels of competition, and academic requirements. And lastly, for our threats, we have competition from other products or services, and alternative approaches, and other ethical considerations, and limited resources for funding and expertise and scalability. So for our intended audience, we have, first of all, our student athletes. We have to understand the impact of balancing academics and sports on their mental health. And next, we have coaches to provide support and guidance to student athletes in managing their responsibilities, and educators offering appropriate academic support and accommodations for student athletes. And also, finally, we've got parents providing the emotional support and encouragement to their child's athletic journey. So how can the membership of Catalyst 2030 support my journey? Through sponsorship, Catalyst 2030 can provide financial support to help scale up the website and its impact on sports and mental health. Secondly, mentorship from Catalyst 2030 can offer guidance and expertise in areas such as entrepreneurship, technology, and mental health. This can, as a result, help improve the website's effectiveness and reach. Next, increased visibility through Catalyst 2030's network and partnerships can help raise awareness of the website and its mission, potentially leading to more users and greater impact. Lastly, other in-kind support such as technical expertise or resources can also help enhance our website's functionality and overall effectiveness. So, how can the general audience help? Raise awareness about mental health challenges and reduce stigma. Provide training and resources for student athletes to develop resilience and coping skills to manage stress. Collaborate with coaches, educators, mental health professionals, and parents to create a team approach in supporting student athletes. Implement monitoring systems to identify early signs of mental health issues in student athletes and provide timely intervention. Thank you so much for listening.
So for Felipe, I think one of my two favorite comments, of course, is the height, right? For those of you who play football, it's actually a very big term when the quarterback kind of like is height, right? And it gets the ball into the play of whoever it is that's supposed to execute the play. So it's very relevant to his football skills. And of course, more importantly, his very big focus on multi-stakeholders, right? He's trying to bring everyone who needs to be a part of this solution together. And that's why I think his project actually may create a cascading effect on a lot of boarding schools in the US. So next up, let's go to Erina. Erina, I know you're here. And what we're going to do is that after this presentation, again, we would like to welcome you to unmute and share a bit of thoughts as well. But yeah, let's hear from Erina first. And Erina comes from Japan.
Hi, my name is Erina, and today I will be talking about the organization I co-founded called Empower Generations of Girls in STEM. Currently, I am a high school junior in Japan, and aside from co-founding EGGS, I am the project leader of About Kame, as well as an intern at TME Therapeutics. I hold passion in biology, pre-med, biomedical research, as well as design and visual arts, which are key interests I have brought into EGGS. Within EGGS, we try to promote as well as tackle 3 key SDGs, being gender equality, quality education, as well as reduced inequalities, and we aim to empower and educate girls who lack access in STEM education, particularly those in underserved communities. Aside from myself, the team consists of Nadia Kazi and Risa Bernier, who are my fellow classmates and co-founders of EGGS. All 3 of us had the privilege to attend an international school in Japan from a young age, which shielded us from the Japanese social conforming society and beliefs, and the international school provided us with coding in classes to science experiments, as well as many other opportunities in schools to explore different STEM subjects and pursue our interest, no matter what it was. But being in Japan, all 3 of us noticed that there was an unequal representation of female workers in STEM fields, and in Asia, there were only 3 out of the 18 countries that had an equal or above proportion of female to male workers in STEM, with the three being the Philippines, Thailand, and Kazakhstan, which we thought weren't enough, and it caused us to wonder how the privilege we received at the international school could help us tackle the problem of underrepresentation of women in STEM. And so this led us to develop our mission statement, which is to inspire young girls to pursue a career in STEM and therefore increase the percentage of women in STEM. You may be wondering what exactly is the percentage of women in STEM and how great the difference is. Well, as of 2020, women make up only 16% of the jobs in STEM in Japan, which ranks Japan a whopping 116 out of 146 countries in the Gender Gap Ranking report published by the World Economic Forum, while the US, which ranks 12th in the ranking, has close to 50% of the workforce being women in STEM. While globally there is a 28% of the workforce being women employed in STEM, and so as you can see, there is a big difference between Western and Asian countries in terms of women in STEM, which generally come from Asian countries holding more conforming beliefs of how women should stay in the home and take care of the family. And so in eggs, we wanted to increase women in STEM, especially in Asia, and so we came up with a three-pronged strategy to tackle this problem. Firstly, we wanted to provide mentorship and role models to young girls to interest them in STEM and show them that they are able to enter the workforce as well. Through mentoring girls in different STEM competitions as well as helping them in homework, we thought that this could help show them that STEM subjects aren't as hard as they might believe. We also wanted to host monthly webinars, which we would have different women guest speakers talk about their experience in different STEM fields, also bringing more role models to these young girls. Secondly, we wanted to offer resources and education programs that help spark an interest in STEM to young girls. Many girls around the world don't have access to resources or even education, and so we wanted to start a YouTube channel or a video platform where girls can access for free, and we get volunteers to film STEM lessons and create different science or STEM experiments which girls can do at home with the materials they have easily accessible to them. We also wanted to do fundraisers, which we have done in previous years, but haven't been able to use the money due to COVID-related issues, but we wanted to use the money to donate and buy things like technology as well as experiments and materials for those that we could give to girls to use. And finally, we wanted to advocate for policy changes that support and encourage girls in STEM. Within developing nations, and even developed nations like Japan, there are policies in place where it makes it harder for women to enter into the STEM or even just the workforce, especially if they plan to have children. And so we want to try to advocate for these policies to change, since girls shouldn't feel discouraged to enter into the STEM workforce just because they want to have children, and make the community more open to accept women into STEM. In the past, we have already tried implementing some of our solutions, such as the mentorship programs, where we helped over 20 plus middle schoolers into the Junior Breakthrough Challenge, as well as helping numerous elementary and middle schoolers join the Hour of Code and help them with homework. And so throughout this program, in previous years, we have also seen an increase of girls join STEM classes in high school, within our own school community. However, we have only been based in our school community due to COVID, but in the near future, we want to reach out to different schools across the globe, but first in Asia, and increase our organization's circle. But to do this, we need some help. First, we need website and app designers to help create a website that people can easily access and learn about what X does, as well as include the videos of the different STEM lessons and webinars that we want to host in the future. We also want to connect with different schools as well as communities so that we are able to host our monthly webinars as well as increase our mentorship programs within other schools. But to do this, we need some funding so that we can host these monthly webinars and make it even bigger and better in the coming years. And we need some volunteers to help create our STEM lessons as well as become mentors for these young girls. And so as we have already started tackling some of our solution and have seen changes in women entering STEM subjects and fields, we believe that our solution can make a difference, and we really need more people's help and awareness about this issue. So please feel free to contact us, and thank you for listening.
Great. Thank you, Erina. So yeah, now that you're alive, do you have anything else to add? Maybe to Zoe, to Gun, right? Zoe is based in Taiwan, Gun is based in Thailand, right? Chingiz is based in Yakutsk, which is in Siberia. All right. So even something more fun, right? So yeah, anything to add?
We started during COVID, and we first wanted to test out a lot of our solutions within our own school community. But when we tried, when reaching out, we haven't had much opportunities given due to a lot of COVID restrictions and a lot of places closing down and stuff like that. So as the world is starting to get back into normal, we are looking for more opportunities to reach out, and hopefully people in the Catalyst event can see this and help join us, and feel free to contact us and start the movement at your school too.
Fantastic. So we have one more presentation, and I'd love to hear from Zoe and Gun and Chingiz, right? Any thoughts from the youth panel here on which some of these projects that you may be interested to? Remember, the whole point of system change is not just presenting your own projects, right? It's to get others in different countries to join you, because everything is multicultural these days. Now, we'll go to our final presentation from Salina. Again, Salina can't join us because she's based in North America, but here's Embrace IT.
Hi, everyone. I would like to introduce you to Embrace It. This program aims to address the spread of false information. Our goal is to increase awareness of the content we encounter online in order to reduce the negative impact of disinformation on society. My name is Salina. I'm the founder of Embrace It and a member of the Catalyzing Research Institute. And as someone with extensive experience in both technology and design, I've worked as the website design lead for TEDx Austin and TEDx Austin Youth. I am this year's webmaster of the National Honor Society at Westlake High School, and I am a volunteer in-house designer for national nonprofit Develop for Good. First, how is disinformation spread? And actually, what is disinformation? Well, the American Psychology Association defines disinformation as false information which is deliberately intended to mislead people. And there are many factors that contribute to the spread of disinformation, whether they relate to societal views, the processing of information, or emotional triggers. But generally, there are three main ways that disinformation can spread. People forget to think critically, which causes them to succumb to their internal triggers an effect that is further exacerbated by the influences of power figures in society. So we've examined disinformation, but why is it an issue? Well, the truth is, if you look at disinformation by itself as something that exists in isolation, it is harmless. The issue comes when it is being dispersed into large audiences who simply accept it as fact and pass it on. In the current digital era, the spread of disinformation has become especially problematic. Fake or misleading information is quickly spread through social media and other online platforms, causing mental distress, loss of trust, social conflicts, and damage to institutions. This leads to anxiety, stress, and division among individuals and communities, posing a threat to the well-being of our society. The dangers of disinformation have been amplified during the pandemic. According to the WHO, 60% of pandemic-related posts are misinformation. Topics about health and safety exploded on social media and news sites. Everyone pitched in, whether they were qualified to speak on the topic or not. It became really hard to discern the truth amidst so much contradictory information. And to make matters worse, some people even chose to believe the information they were seeing online over advice from qualified professionals. This created a rift with doctors who were trying their best to provide quality treatment for their patients. A poll conducted by The Hill revealed that 72% of US physicians say that misinformation made it harder to treat COVID-19 patients, while the same numbers say it has negatively impacted patient outcomes. We can't afford to sit back and wait. We must take proactive measures to protect ourselves from the negative effects of disinformation in the future. Well, currently, we already have several solutions, including fact-checkers and online resources that attempt to guide people to make conscious decisions when browsing online. However, we need to remember that fact-checkers are not machines. They are evaluations run by humans. And like humans, they are naturally prone to error. Even if they pride themselves on being nonpartisan, biases still exist, leading to inconsistencies that exacerbate the confusion. Additionally, the people who run into all the trouble of searching for a fact checker online and inputting their source URLs into the fact checkers to cross-check their information likely already have a certain level of awareness and critical thinking skills. We need to recognize that those people are not the issue when it comes to the spreading of disinformation. Instead, we should focus on the people who are not aware of the potential for false information. Those are the people who are most at risk. So Embrace It offers a more effective solution than traditional fact-checking bots, which only scratch the surface of the issue. We believe in raising mindfulness and awareness in a way that creates a lasting impact on how we navigate the online space and makes us better equipped to handle large amounts of data being thrown at us. So this is the Embrace It framework, starting with education. Education is how we equip individuals with the critical thinking skills needed to discern between reliable information and disinformation. Mindfulness is what we advocate for in the online space, encouraging individuals to be present, aware, and discerning about the information they consume and share. We also aim to bolster the resilience of individuals and communities against the harmful effects of disinformation. And by emphasizing the importance of authenticity in communication, we encourage individuals to seek and share authentic, verified information from credible sources and promote transparency among online platforms. Authenticity is really the cornerstone of building trust in online spaces. We also recognize the need for counseling and support for individuals who have been severely affected by disinformation. And finally, ethical behavior in online interactions is integral to promoting a safe and healthy online environment that respects the well-being of all individuals. Our comprehensive 3-step plan addresses these points. Over the next 2 months, we will be launching a 9-step awareness campaign to promote media literacy and empower individuals to become informed consumers of information online. As part of our Digital Awareness Challenge, we are encouraging supporters of our campaign to come up with innovative solutions to address mental health issues and combat disinformation. The winners of the challenge will be rewarded with prizes and recognition for their contributions. And finally, starting in October and continuing through March, we will be focusing on developing our first fact-checking prototype. Embrace It AI. Our fact checker is unique in that it does not require users to enter information or article titles to verify sources. Instead, it is an extension directly integrated into your browser that works in the background while you are browsing a site, prompting you to make informed decisions about what you read. By alerting you to fake news while you are on the site, our technology helps you avoid the risk of unconsciously sharing inaccurate information. Additionally, users have access to a credibility report that highlights warning signs of a potentially false website. And we acknowledge that our fact checker is not 100% unbiased or accurate, as conflicting opinions can arise from different fact checkers. So Embrace It provides an objective analysis of the site and leaves it up to the user to conclude whether the site is credible or not. To aid their decision, we have a fact check section that lists and compares source evaluations from various fact checker sites. In this way, users can answer to all of the advice that is available, not what pops up first on their search engine. So together, the Embrace framework encompasses education, mindfulness, bolstering resilience, authenticity, counseling, and ethics to build a society that is mindful, conscious, and resilient against the harmful effects of disinformation. Through these principles, we aim to promote trust, harmony, and well-being in online spaces, contributing to a more peaceful and prosperous world for everyone. We understand that this is taking on a complicated task. This is a societal problem that runs deeper than Embrace It itself. As such, we are reaching out to the wider community for your support. We are seeking mentorship from experts in the field to guide us in developing effective strategies and technologies to combat disinformation. We are also looking for technological support to help us refine and improve our platform. And furthermore, we are seeking sponsorship to help us raise awareness and reach a wider audience. With your help, we believe that we can make a real impact in the fight against disinformation. Embrace It believes in using computing and artificial intelligence to identify and flag potential sources of disinformation. Our goal is to encourage collective trust and create a safe environment for all. Thank you, and let's build an informed, trustful community together.
Thank you. Well, Salina, I think, just woke up, so right, she says hi. Look, now, Zoe, I know, thanks for joining. I know you're in the midst of APs, but yeah, can we get some summary of your thoughts on the 4 projects presented, and maybe also give a bit of, a teaser of what you intend to debut later this year at Global Goals Week?
Okay, so I really like all of the four projects, and I'm especially impressed by the first one, the Reformers one, because I feel like the one Taiwan also has a lot of coral reefs, and we are not getting a lot of attention and all sorts of marine preservation stuff. And I also feel like we have a lot of similar approaches in trying to solve problems. My project mainly focuses on raising historical and cultural awareness, and we also hold like tourisms and tours to help guide the children and allow them to know more about history. And I feel like that's very similar to how Rafael is planning to raise awareness about marine culture. And I'm also very interested in like the ocean and all sorts of things like that. So I think it would be nice if we can like cooperate.
Great. Thank you. Gun, over to you, right? Some thoughts, maybe even some closing remarks on your side, because you are one of the younger kids here, and I hope you also get to learn. One thing I feel like is like everyone really has a kick-ass framework, right? It's very easy to remember. So yeah, Gun, tell us some of your thoughts.
I think that like every idea has been like really cool, and it's been interesting to see like what other people are doing as well. And it's also kind of inspiring to see like people tackling these issues, and it also like kind of gives me more confidence to do my own like project and my own my own projects, because like from seeing that other people had success and they were able to do it after they like worked hard, so it is sort of like comforting in that way.
No, absolutely. And I think Chingiz and Gun is around the same time, right? You both just started your entrepreneurship / innovation journey. So we very much look forward to what will come out of you, each of you, by fall, because there are lots of opportunities. And I think Anna and Ellen, right? I think in September and October, there will be additional Catalyst 2030 events that we can engage youth. Is that right, Ellen? Or Anna? So I think what we'll do is, of course, I think because as everyone knows, United Nations General Assembly, right? It's in September, so I'm pretty sure we'll be doing a few more activities. So hopefully then, Gan and Chingiz, right? You guys can showcase your projects.
Yes, and we are just to come up to what you said, Kenneth. Like at Catalyst now, they're starting a youth initiative that the idea is to give access to more youth into Catalyst and bring them into the community, because like usually people have like 40 and above. So I think that it will be a great platform for all of you, especially I say that most of you are looking for mentorship. So you will have the opportunity to connect with more expert social entrepreneurs that will help you in your journey.
That's fantastic. And remember, Catalyst 2030 has over 2,000 social innovators and entrepreneurs in this circle. And that's why you're here. You are the future social innovators and entrepreneurs. And frankly, I think for some like Rafael and Erina, you guys already are, because you have actually made impact using your project. So congratulations. So look, I wouldn't take too much of everyone's time again. I know everyone's super busy. It's May, between school and a lot of activities. This is day 4 of Catalyzing Change Week. So can we also unmute and give a big round of applause to Ellen and Anna for everything they have done this whole week, right? It's amazing. And Ellen, I did catch your earlier one on the APAC Social Entrepreneurs one. So there we have 2 other students as well, right? So again, it's just fantastic to see so much youth and passion and talent. So look, I'll conclude with this. Please stay tuned, right? Catalyst 2030 is launching a youth platform, and I hope many of you would become co-founders of this platform, along with Kids for SDGs and many other organizations supporting the Youth Agenda 2030. Okay? All right, take care, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend ahead. Thank you so much for being here. God bless. See you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all. See you.